AOC C27G2Z 27-inch curved gaming monitor review. 240 Hz speed with deep VA-Kontrast.
You're tired of settling for monitors that force impossible choices, speed or image depth, budget or performance, compromise everywhere. A competitive player spent 3 weeks comparing 240 Hz monitors before realizing the specs never showed which one actually looked good in dark games. Sound familiar? What if the affordable 240 Hz monitor you've been researching finally stopped making you choose between silky smooth gameplay and genuinely deep blacks? Here's the silent cost. Every match on that washed-out display drains focus you can't recover. Your eyes compensate for gray-looking blacks until atmospheric games lose all tension, and weeks debating IPS versus budget turn into months of settling for almost good enough. A streamer lost viewer engagement because horror game streams looked flat and unimpressive compared to competitors. That reality hits hard now.
This is where the AOC C27G2Z 27-inch curved frameless ultra-fast gaming monitor enters and changes the calculation completely. Don't just pick any budget 240 Hz monitor. Make sure it has a VA panel with 3000:1 contrast so you avoid the washed-out blacks and flat dark scenes that ruin atmospheric gaming. This curved display delivers true 240 Hz refresh rate smoothness, not marketing fluff, but actual butter-smooth motion that makes competitive tracking feel effortless and desktop scrolling feel premium. The VA panel produces blacks 3 times deeper than IPS competitors, transforming horror games, nighttime racing, and shadowy RPG dungeons into genuinely atmospheric experiences instead of gray mush. A video editor nearly missed a client deadline working late on dark footage until the C27G2Z's deep contrast revealed shadow details his IPS panel had been hiding. He finished grading confidently in half the expected time. FreeSync Premium eliminates screen tearing across the full 240 Hz range. Dual HDMI 2.0 ports keep your console and PC connected simultaneously, and the height-adjustable stand positions the curved screen at perfect eye level. Here's the bonus. AOC's 3-year zero bright dot warranty covers every single pixel with zero tolerance for defects. If even one pixel sticks bright, you're covered. Which would transform your setup first, the 240 Hz smoothness or those genuine deep blacks? Here's how it elevates your actual gaming. Immediate result. Launch Valorant and notice how target tracking feels smoother, more connected, more precise than 144 Hz ever delivered. Weekly win. After 1 week, your headshot consistency improves because 240 Hz motion clarity lets you track erratic movement patterns with surgical precision. Long-term freedom. 3 months in, you've stopped second-guessing budget monitors because the VA-Kontrast makes atmospheric games genuinely immersive, while competitive titles stay tear-free and responsive. Independent testing confirmed 3200:1 native contrast and genuine 240 Hz refresh. The numbers match real experience. Real voices. One tech reviewer said the VA-Kontrast gives it a visual edge over IPS competitors in the same price bracket. Dark scenes have genuine depth that IPS simply cannot match. While a competitive gamer noted, coming from 144 Hz IPS, the 240 Hz smoothness helps with target tracking, and the VA blacks make horror games actually scary instead of gray. Hardware analysts consistently highlight the 3-year zero bright dot warranty as best-in-class pixel protection that budget competitors can't match. Worried VA response time will ruin competitive gaming? The 0.5 millisecond MPRT with medium overdrive setting delivers clean motion in well-lit esports titles where it matters most. Dark scene smearing exists, but is manageable and far less severe than reputation suggests.
One user observed after 4 months, the FreeSync works flawlessly with both AMD and NVIDIA GPUs in G-Sync compatible mode. Zero tearing, zero artifacts across the entire VRR range. The curved 1500R panel wraps your peripheral vision naturally. Console gaming hits smooth 120Hz on PS5 and Xbox, and 1080p resolution means mid-range GPUs actually push 240+ frames per second consistently. See why budget-conscious competitive gamers refuse to settle for flat IPS anymore. Which benefit matters most? The smooth 240Hz motion, the deep VA blacks, or the unbeatable price-to-performance ratio?
Join the many gamers already seeing competitive improvements and atmospheric immersion they didn't know budget monitors could deliver. The AOC C27G2Z 27-inch curved, frameless, ultra-fast gaming monitor delivers the one thing budget IPS cannot fake: true VA-Kontrast that makes blacks look genuinely deep instead of washed-out gray. Act now because this pricing won't last forever as component costs shift. Link in the description, first one pinned to the top. This is where budget compromise ends and 240Hz speed meets genuine image depth. For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.